What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Nikki here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about big money energy. You already know the drill. Let's get it.
Ooh, big bag. You not talking money, you can miss me with the chit chat. I'm not with the rah-rah or the riff.
All right, crew, so I had this idea, this concept, if you will, of doing a series on the channel about like a book club. And to be honest with you all, I've always had the goal of reading at least one book a month because I know it's just good for you and it helps develop you. And I just never had been a reader, but I want to be. And I feel like doing this will hold me accountable to my goals. But also, I believe that reading books can honestly help your mental health. And as someone who seriously suffers from anxiety, like super bad, books are a way to fill your brain with actionable theories and concept. It can help with positivity. It can help with productivity. It can help just give you hope. If you're constantly doing that and you make it a part of your daily routine to continue to consume this kind of information, the mental health will hopefully be helped and get maybe a little bit better. We'll see if the theory works out over the next few months, but I thought it would be fun for us as a crew to do this on a journey together because that's what the channel is all about. We make money. We have a good ass time. We're on the journey of life to just better ourselves, whether that's financially, physically, mentally. So if you guys are interested in reading this book, I will link it down in the description box below. It's an affiliate link, so yes, I do get like 10 cents, maybe. I don't even know, to be honest with you. It doesn't matter to me, but the book will be linked down below. And in the future, what I'm going to be doing is on the first of every month on the community tab, I'm going to put the book I'm going to read for that month. I will also link it if you guys wanted to read it, so by the time the video comes out, we can all have a pretty good conversation in the comments about the book and what we took away from it, how we're going to implement it into our lives. Now, this book was written by Ryan Serhant, and yes, if you do know him, maybe you don't know him, he's a pretty well-known real estate broker out of New York City.
I just got to take a photo of myself in front of this house because it's so insane.
This isn't necessarily a real estate book. It's more about money and energy and yourself. And we're going to talk about a few key takeaways that I got from this book that I feel like just was a light bulb moment. I've heard it before, but the way that he depicts it in their own very relative like life experience is what makes it very interesting to me because you can always take something out of someone else's experience. And so the first one I'm going to talk about, the first little takeaway I got here is he mentioned early on in the book that if you want to accomplish big things and you want to accomplish success, you have to accomplish you. So what you have to do is you have to create the end result of what you want, that person that you see, how you feel, what it looks like for you. Literally live that and create that right now. Even though the reality doesn't necessarily match up to the vision, it will at some point. So change and shift your energy. Take responsibility for what you're doing. Step up and do the things that you need to do, that person, that your dream person of your dream life of what you're doing, make those decisions right now today. Second thing I took away from this, relatability and likability. He had a formula for his business, obviously, because if you're in real estate or really any business, it's people. We're a community, it's people, it's finding your people. So take a shot every time I say people. So his formula was seen plus heard equals remembered. So if you can see someone, if you can hear them, if you have empathy towards them and you genuinely care about them, that's more than anything that you could really honestly offer them. That is the one thing that everyone is looking for. And just never take that for granted and seriously do that for people because it makes you likable. I actually added the relatability one to this one because it made me think about specifically like on YouTube in this niche, like with the big dogs, the heavy hitters, they're not really relatable anymore. I mean, at a certain point, the average person, we can't relate to people who are making $1 million a month, who are just consistently growing and making more money and investing ungodly amounts or buying this or buying that or buying a $110,000 Tesla. Like, well, we can look to them and aspire to be that, but in the same breath, like they're not in the trenches anymore. So it's very hard to kind of like rally behind people like that. And when you're likable and you're relatable because you are on that level, because you are human, it goes a very long way. Third thing he talks about, if you're not evolving, you are dying. And he quoted the whole, like, you know, that old saying, it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's like a huge hater of that. Like he thinks that's the stupidest thing ever, which I never actually thought, but now that I think about it, it actually is kind of dumb. Like, why would you want to just continue to do the same thing your entire life? Even though it's working, like there's no chance in hell that life and the world and everything is not evolving and adapting. So why would you stay the same? Like, makes no sense. You have to continue momentum. You have to have initiative. And he actually quoted in the book, initiative is your life raft. So as long as you're taking initiative, taking action, moving the needle forward for your everyday life, like you're going to to accomplish something, whatever that thing is that you're setting out to do. Another huge thing that hit me so dang hard was he said in the book that starting over is not starting new. Starting over isn't starting from scratch. You still have your skills, you still have your experience. It's just starting again. And I thought that, like, if I had to pick one thing out of this book, that would be it, because there's so many things where you feel like you're pushing the needle forward, you're doing really well, you're gaining all of this experience, this knowledge, whatever it is, and then it plateaus, or you have a pullback kind of down to reality. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, everything's over. I lost this job. I lost this relationship. I have to start over. Like, don't forget about the learning and the experiences that you took from all of that success. It's not starting over. You're literally just starting on something new. And when you change your perspective like that, it makes a world of difference. I mean, I can relate it to kind of the YouTube journey for me. Like, was really bad for like a year and a half, was really inconsistent, posting things that I don't even talk about anymore. Quarantine hit, started posting about stocks, kind of got a good push in that early quarantine. And I was feeling really good, like, wow, this is great. And then we've just plateaued and things have been pretty crappy. But look at what I've learned. Like, I've learned so much about the stock market. I've met a ton of cool people, like aka you guys. I've learned way more video editing skills, lighting, background, audio. Like, it's just, you're constantly learning. It's not starting new. It's just a new chapter to be excited about, to bring your old experiences into. Fifth thing is to prioritize your commitments over how you feel. And this is like, oh my God, this one is so true. If you make a commitment to do something, if I'm making a commitment to wake up every day and have my routine, like, I've made a commitment to do so. And if I don't feel like getting out of bed because it's too cold, or I don't feel like it because I'm a little tired, like, you've made a commitment. You have to live, breathe, and die by these commitments. You know, we talk about investing a lot on here, the compounding effect, right? If you're making commitments and you miss those commitments, you could push yourself back months or years, depending on what it is you're trying to do or what goal you're trying to reach, because of the little things that you did not do correctly. It's going to push you back a really, really long time because you didn't feel like getting out of bed because you're a little hungover. Maybe don't get hungover and get out of bed. You know what I'm saying? The next takeaway is actually one that is pretty much a no-brainer, but success is a long game. We know this, but we have to constantly remember that, because especially now, like in a day like we're in, like everything's very instant gratification. And I feel like it's very good to just simply have that reminder. Just don't quit and you're almost guaranteed to succeed. I wouldn't say you are, but pretty close. And the last thing that he mentioned that I am a huge believer in is that success needs a visual. You need a picture of what it's going to look like. And that's why a lot of people make like vision boards, or they do meditation, which I do. And actually you can see right here through all my things, you can see my vision board. You can see what I have going on there. I look at that every day and I write in my journal every single day, like goals, affirmations, just things that are on my brain of how I feel and how awesome and grateful and blessed I am to be living the life that I'm living, as if I already have the life that I truly want. And here's the other thing, like I used to think, oh my gosh, if I thought about that and I got so happy and then I open my eyes and I'm like not there, I'd be like depressed or like whatever. But like, it's weird because your brain just clings on to either fear or hope. Mine tends to do fear a lot, like way too much. But when you start your day off with hope, it's easier to kind of be in a good mood throughout the rest of the day. When you have to visualize what you want at the end and see it extremely clearly and do it every day. Here is what the cover of the book looks like, you guys. I truly think you guys should check it out and read it. You may take away something different than what I took away. Do you guys agree? Do you disagree with the things I said? Let me know down below what it is that you got away from these messages out of this book. Also, if you could thumbs up the video so I know that this is possibly a good idea. I just think it would be a fun way for us to kind of grow together, mastermind together, and really take on the journey of all of this together. And you guys, I will go ahead and link down below in the first comment the playlist to this kind of series, just in case you're watching this, maybe, who knows, a few months from now. I'll have more videos on that playlist. If you made it this far, I absolutely love you. You are my most favorite people in the world. And you guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.